Now that I've had time to listen to Maxident, it's been basically coming up on 4 weeks now, almost a month since it came out, 3 weeks actually, I don't know, something like that. I'm going to rank every Stray Kids album. For those who don't know, I'm pretty sure I shared this on Twitter like a little bit ago, but we're going to tier rank it here on YouTube. You guys can actually hear my thoughts behind it. For those who don't know how I think about each Stray Kids album, because obviously I have listened to every song on every album here. We're not including Japanese albums, because I really don't listen to Japanese K-pop comebacks, and not including singles. The only singles we include is if there's multiple songs on the single, like Christmas Evil and Yellow Wood's kind of technically a single, because there's only 3 songs on that, but plus the re-release of mixtapes. Anyways, you guys get what I mean. Today, we are tier ranking every Stray Kids album. Please bear with me because this isn't the actual album. It's like this is just like a song tier list. I couldn't find any up-to-date album tier lists, and I didn't feel like making my own. So I'm using the songs and just using the, you guys get the point. You'll get what I mean when I start doing it. So let me explain the tiers and we'll dive into this. So first off, we have top tier. This is basically where I basically like every single song on that album. Yeah, it's a no-skip album. I will listen to every song and be happy with it. That's what top tier is. Damn Good is, I like the majority of the songs on that album. It's like, there might be a skip or 2 or 3 in there, but the majority of the album, I'm like, whew, that shit hits. Meh is like, maybe most of the songs I don't like, but there's 1 or 2 bangers that I go back to listen to. And then Miss is, I really don't like any of the songs on that album. There might be one that I kind of like, but for the most part, the overall album's just not for me. There are albums on each tier. I am not a biased ass stay. For those who are new here, you might not know that. I don't blindly look at everything Stray Kids does as a golden analogy. I don't know what to use as an analogy there, but I don't look at everything Stray Kids does and just automatically think it's the best thing in the world. But at the same time, I do thoroughly enjoy Stray Kids' discography. And I think people who have been subscribed, since Stray Kids have released back in 2017, 2018, you guys know that I actually, have some opinions on Stray Kids, that I don't like some stuff, but like some others. So I'm going to dive in and show you guys. Let's get started. And we're just going to go chronologically. The order left to right does not matter for this because it's a tier ranking, not an actual list. So let's start off with their first album, MIXTAPE, their pre-debut album that they did right after their Survival show. So we got Elevator's album, MIXTAPE, and I'm putting Elevator's MIXTAPE album in Damn Good. I think it's pretty good. I think there's a lot on there that I thoroughly enjoy. Elevator was the first song that I truly loved, with those Changbin and Jisung and Hyunjin verses and Sungmin's vocals in there, that I fell in love with Sungmin's vocals on that first song. Ooh. And then there's like Ya 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 on there and a few others that I thoroughly enjoy listening to those songs. Gur is pretty intense. Spread My Wings is one of my favorite Stray Kids B-sides of all time. So there's a lot of good Stray Kids songs on there for me. It's damn good. Not my favorite. There are some skips, like I don't listen to School Life, and maybe 1 or 2 others, but for the most part, I have very positive vibes about MIXTAPE. And yeah, it was a really solid pre-debut album. Go check it out if you're new stay and you haven't checked it out. It's very classic Stray Kids, 3 Racha feeling stuff. So yeah, next up was I Am Not with the District 9 title track, and I Am Not is also damn good. Is it though? Yeah, I'm going to leave it in damn good. I Am Not is damn good. There's a lot of really, really, really... I might move that down to mint by the end, actually. There's some really good stuff. Like District 9 I really loved, especially for the rapping. But the chorus kind of misses for me sometimes. I'm not a huge District 9 lover, but at the same time, there are really good aspects to that song. Third Eye is really fun to listen to. Awaken... And so there are some good beats. You know what? I'm going to move it down to meh for now. I might move it back up. But I Am Not is in meh. There are some good songs on there I really enjoy. But, there's quite a few that I don't enjoy either. I think meh's a good spot. I might move it up to damn good, though. Anyways, let's do I Am Who, because that is my first not Miss top tier album. Oh, I tricked you. No, I'm kidding. But no, top tier I Am Who. I fell in love with this album from the second it came out. Every song on here slaps. Oh, My Pace. Still one of the best title tracks from Stray Kids, in my opinion. Such a good title track of that album. Insomnia, so good. MIA, so good. Questions, one of my favorite Stray Kids B-sides of all time, especially back then. There's so many quality B-sides on that album, and it's basically no skips for me. I really, really, really enjoy that album. I struggled with MIA when it originally came out, but after all these years I've come around to it, I just love every song on that album. It's so fun to listen to, that album, for me. So yeah, I Am Who, top tier, one of my favorite Stray Kids albums. The first Stray Kids album, I truly fell in love with their music. Like before, it was always in MIXTAPE and like I was really, really intrigued with their rapping. I was like, oh, these guys can rap, but I never like fell in love with their music until I Am Who dropped. That's when I actually fell in love with their music, at least some of it. But now we got I Am You, the album, and I'm gonna put I Am You in damn good. I didn't like I Am You's title track when it dropped, I'm pretty sure. If you go back and check my reaction, I think I was kind of meh about it because I was expecting more rapping after, like, you know, I Am Who and all the stuff that they did. And this is a very vocal heavy title track. But overall, like, NS is like a secret B-side that's just so fun to listen to. You know, I Am You I have come around to. And then you have the songs like Hero Soup, just a chill, fun, vibey thing. And just the overall album, there is a few misses on here for me, but overall the song quality is damn good for me. I really love I Am You. Next up, we have the first Cle, MIROH, and MIROH goes back up into top tier. MIROH has got to be even more of my favorite Stray Kids album. This was back in 2019, right before I saw them live. It was such good vibes. I remember this dropping and like every song just hit. Chronosaurus, 19, even the slow ones, hits. Maze of Memories, one of my favorite Stray Kids songs with amazing rapping, hits. This title track, MIROH, hits. Catchy ass EDM. There's just overall, this album has so many bops for me to this day. Victory Song, Boxer, it's just everything hits on this album. I can't explain it. It had always been like my favorite Stray Kids album, and it was just so perfect for me. And I have no other words to explain. Top tier album for me, 100%. But now we have Yellow Wood, Cle 2 Yellow Wood, and that goes into our first miss. This was the first album that I ended up coming around to as a miss. I guess I really wanted to like it because MIROH had just dropped like 2 months prior, 3 months prior to it. Maybe 4 months, I don't know. I forgot when it came. No, it's 2 months, isn't it? I don't know, something like that. MIROH had just dropped and they came right back with Side Effects. And not Side Effects, Yellow Wood. And basically Yellow Wood is just it's the intro, Road Not Taken, and then Road Not Taken, and then Side Effects, and then TMT, and like 6 of the mixtapes, right? First off, most of the mixtapes are not my thing. Like, they're fun to watch when they came out and everything, but I never really listened to the mixtapes for... They never hit for me. Side Effects is probably my least favorite title track. One of them at the bottom, just too much going on for me. Not really my cup of tea. And then the intro's kind of really weird. Road Not Taken. I mean, I liked it at one point, but I've come around to being like, And then finally was TMT, which TMT's a really quality song. But the longer it's been, the more I'm kind of like, I don't know. I get the same vibes as Chill, like off of Maxident, as I did for TMT. And I'm just like, well, I'd listen to Chill before TMT, I guess, so... Yeah, I don't know. Overall, I never had a good impression of Yellow Wood after like a few weeks of listening to it. I kind of fell down my rankings and I've never come back around to it. So, yeah, Side Effects' album Yellow Wood's the first miss on the ranking for me, the tier list. And unfortunately, it's 2 in a row. And I know this is super unpopular amongst Stay, and I'm so sorry, but Levanter is a huge miss. Overall, as an album, I like Levanter even less than Yellow Wood. Like, I remember when it dropped and I went to listen, and this was like the lowest of low points for me with Stray Kids. After Levanter dropped, I'm like, do I not like Stray Kids anymore? I had an identity crisis. I'm like, what happened? Literally, I saw them live earlier that year, and now I don't like any of their music. Yellow Wood and Levanter were both like so not my thing. None of the B-sides hit for me in Levanter. Double Knot I eventually came around to, but that's also a single. But outside of Double Knot, There was nothing on this that hit for me. It was all way too tame, way too not my vibe, and that's just how it happened. So I'm not going to stay on the negative for too long, but yeah, that's the second miss in a row. But luckily, they came back with their first full-length album, Go Live. And that obviously is not a miss for me. And it's not meh for me either. It's damn good because, what's the song called? I always mix it up with Airplane because it's not Airplane, but the other one on that album that starts with A, I fucking adore, and I always mix it up with Airplane and end up saying Airplane, but Airplane's actually one that I don't like that much. Another Day, that one, that is a vibe. That is like one of my favorite slow songs from Stray Kids. But then you have the title track, God's Menu, is actually really high quality. I like God's Menu quite a bit. You have Ta, just mind-blowing raps from Changbin. You have Easy, another really fun rap to listen to. You have really good quality songs in this album, and because it's a bigger album, there are a few I don't like on here, but because there's still so many I do like, it goes into damn good, and I'm very, very, very pleased. Phobia, Blueprint, also both really good songs. Can't forget those either, so shouts to those. But yeah, let's keep on going, and we have their repackage of Go Live with In Life next, and unfortunately, In Life is meh. Because outside of the songs I already liked from Go Live, which I don't include in this ranking, there isn't too much. Like, I like Any, and I like We Go. And outside of that, there's nothing else. Backdoor is not one of my favorite titles from them. The other Rachas that had their solos, like, didn't really hit for me song-wise. But outside of Any, it was just Any and We Go are the only two I really liked on there, so meh. But it's okay. I mean, like, we just had Go Live. But yeah, next up was NOEASY, or NOEASY. And NOEASY goes into meh. It was kind of the same vibe. Like, I remember when it came out, I was a little sad because you go back and watch my videos at the time, I'm like, there's some good songs, but like, the rapping wasn't there. They didn't focus on rapping in this album. They had a cool rap, something, but like, I like Silent Cry, and I like Domino. Thunderous isn't my favorite title track. Then you have, like, what else is there? Cheese isn't my favorite. A bunch of them are my favorite. Like, I like a few songs on Thunderous, and I mean, not Thunderous, on NOEASY, but yeah, it's kind of similar to Backdoor. It's like, you know, I like one or two songs on there, but the overall vibe of the album's not my direction of that. But yeah, so I'm not going to spend too much time in the negative, because next up we have Christmas Evil, which also goes in meh, because I love Christmas Evil, but 24 to 25 and the other B-side on that album, Winter Falls, both ballady, I don't listen to them too much, but Christmas Evil is the one Christmas song from K-pop outside of Merry and Happy from Twice. Christmas Evil is the other one that I will listen to at any time of the year. Christmas Evil is such a fun song, even when it's not Christmas, and I love that. Like, I've been listening to it all 2022 still as well, and it's not even Christmas, you know, but it's just such a fun, good song to listen to. Overall, a good title, but the B-sides don't really hit for me, so it goes into meh. And then finally, you have the 2022 newest two albums, Oddinary and Maxident. Where does this newest era of Stray Kids go for me? Well, we'll start off with Oddinary, of course, and that goes in top tier. Stray Kids came back this year, and obviously, as you can tell with the content on my channel this year is being so much Stray Kids related, because Oddinary brought them back up after their 2019 and 2018 like boom for me with I Am Who and Miroh. Oddinary brought them back to that standard for me. There's such quality rapping on Oddinary, at the same time being held up by quality music. Venom is such a hard-hitting beat with and a killer Changbin rap. The title Maniac is something I love in Stray Kids title tracks that like I've wanted them to do for so long, where like not necessarily focusing on EDM, but focusing on that like Maniac, do like that deep Felix voice. Oh, I wanted that for so long. Maniac put through, Venom came through, Charmer, fun Changbin rap in there too. But then also like, you know, just a fun vibey song overall. There's just so many Muddy Waters on that album, and that's just like the what I was waiting for is just the entire rap line of Stray Kids, not through Racha, but the rap line of Stray Kids having their own actual full rappy song. Yes, I love Oddinary. It is the first top tier since 2019 with Miroh for me. It brought my love for them back all the way back up after a few years of 2020 where they didn't really hit that well for me. But yeah, I'm so happy with Oddinary. And that leaves us off with Maxident. So where does Maxident, the newest Stray Kids album, rank for me? And I put Maxident in damn good. It's close to being top tier. Honestly, if I was ordering these left to right, Maxident would be the farthest one over. Maxident's the closest to top tier, but I hold it back just a little bit because I didn't like. There's the 2 songs. I guess 3 songs. Yeah, there's a few I don't like, but the vast majority I love. Give Me Your TMI, the Korean version of Circus, the title Case 143. Chill is a fucking banger song, and then 3 Racha having their own 3 Racha song, like, Maxident hit for me. I am so pleased with Maxident as a follow-up to Oddinary because I was so worried because, as you can tell with, like, you know, the top few, I Am Who, it followed up with I Am You, but then it went, like, super, like, downhill for me, right? Actually, no, it didn't. It went back up to Miroh. But anyways, I never had, like, 2 super, I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say is after Miroh, it went down to Miss. I was really worried that after having another Miroh type vibe for me, Oddinary, that it would go back down to here with their follow-up. But nah, Case 143 hit for me. It is so good. It actually followed up really well for Oddinary. I'm so happy with it. It had such good songs. And yeah, so this ends up being my tier list for right here for Stray Kids. This is how I tier rank the Stray Kids album, just based on my own personal preference and what I listen to. Yeah, as you can see, there's some albums on every single tier. There's 3 top tier, 4 damn goods, 3 meh, or 4 meh, and 2 misses for me. So yeah, put yours down in the comments below. I would love to see or hear what you guys like, which albums are your favorites, or come join us on the Discord. The link is in the description below, and you can show us a picture of you ranking these on and the link to do this also will be in Discord as well, but yeah, you can show us your picture and see how you rank them. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. If you're still watching, subscribe, leave a like, I really appreciate that. And as always, K-pop and chill the safe way. I'll see you back here with the next video, I hope. And yeah, bye everyone.